Hello, people. My name is Mohini Dey, and you're watching my brand new talk show, What a Melophile Wants. Now, we have lots of kinds of ships. Now, I don't mean cruises or boats, but I mean friendships, companionships, leaderships, relationships, hardships, sportsmanships, showmanships, etc. My God, so many kinds of ships. Whew. But there is one ship that we all have in common as musicians, which is musicianship. Today, we have someone on my show whose musicianship has surpassed every boundary, having worked with artists like John McLaughlin, Trilla Gurtu, El Subramaniam, Zakir Hussain, the legend Yushu Nivas, etc. So many more. He is also the music director for all A.R. Rahman's live shows. He is a drummer, music composer, director, singer, and an actor too. He is someone who I've grown up playing with since I was 12 years old, and I love him from the bottom of my heart. He's someone who introduced me to the music world. Please welcome Ranjit Barot. Now I feel so awkward, like, saying Ranjit Barot. I lovingly call you Ranjit now, so I'm gonna keep saying that. Okay, so firstly, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good with this whole quarantine thing that we're
Yeah,
going.
with this pandemic situation that we're going through, quite hard,
Otherwise,
but we have to keep ourselves positive and sane.
yes, just writing new music, and I've started cooking.
Wow, that's amazing. I can totally see you doing that though.
I'm cooking like restaurant level stuff.
Ooh, I can't wait to taste though. I
Well,
have to come.
yeah.
Like, I'm coming right away after this situation is over.
Come, come, we'll feed you.
Yay! Now, since I spoke about musicianship earlier, I want you to tell my listeners what is musicianship according to you, and how much of it do you think we have that in our industry?
Well, musicianship is a sort of multi-layered thing. Um, Firstly, I think who you are on stage and off stage should correspond. It's the same person, really. It's the
So
same values. I also think that um, musicianship is, at, on one hand, you have your skill set and your level of expertise or whatever it is, but also
right,
you have to be a servant of the music that you're playing. Uh,
right,
and whoever the band leader is and whoever the composer, the principal composer is.
true.
That's also part of musicianship. Musicianship is also, I think, to be a musician, it's not the ability to play music, but it's a way of life.
Right, and how skilled you are, right?
Yeah, and also a way of life. There's a code of conduct. We're all brothers and sisters, and we're all related to each other through the world of music. Even
Right,
if we are not blood family, we are family. So we
right.
have to treat each other with dignity and respect, and yeah, be there for each other. So for me, it's a code of conduct. I don't care how well you can read and write and play.
Right.
But if you're a space cadet, then you're a space cadet. You know what I mean?
So true, so true. Lovely answer. Now, how many years has it been? Now, I already know this, but this is for our listeners because there are so many numbers out there.
Oh,
But how many years has it been for you in the industry, professionally working?
I'd say about oh, um, 42 years.
Wow.
Or
Crazy. That's
42,
amazing.
something like that.
Wow, that's amazing.
I started playing, rock and roll and stuff, and 43 years, yeah. And then I started working like in the film industry because
Right.
my mother was like, if you're not going to study and get a piece of paper, then you got to show me that you can earn money.
Right, right. I was gonna come to that. Like, what was
Oh,
the
yeah.
kind of environment that you were brought up in, and what was that first thing that happened to you in your personal life?
Well, I mean, my mother was a great dancer, so I think I'm the only educated guy in my family.
Yeah.
We're just singers and dancers and poets and musicians, and they came
Yeah,
from this.
like how did you happen to pick up drums out of any other instrument, you know?
I think drums picked me up. I I don't really think I found drums. I think drums found me.
Yeah.
It was in school. It was in school. I think I was about 14.
Wow.
And there was some talent competition, and they needed a drummer. And I never really played drums. I'd done some snare drum thing for, when they do the march past,
Right, March Path, yeah.
yeah. And yeah, I mean, little things. And then there was this old drum set in the school, and I said, yeah, I'll play. And they said, you know how to play? I said, yeah, of course I know how to play. I bullshitted my way through that gig. But I realized,
So you were self-taught, right? Like you started
totally,
training yourself.
yeah,
Got it.
totally.
When did you become serious? Like what was that age? Around what age did you know that, okay, this is it. This is what I'm gonna do?
Actually, after the first time I played, I didn't sleep that night. I knew that
Wow, that's
I knew
amazing.
I knew something had happened. Yeah, it was strange. So in that respect, I think drums kind of grabbed me. I only did
That's really special. That's really special.
I only did the 10 standard, like 15, and that was it. I did no
Wow.
college. I did no college. I mean, I went to college just for the sake of getting out of the house. But I saw
Yeah.
the classroom like on the first day, and that was it.
So cool, so cool. Yeah, even me, like I went to the college and then I did not really study. I went for like a week and then I was like already touring. So I told my parents, like, I cannot do this. My health is getting affected and it's too much on my mind and like on my whole body. I can't take this anymore. So then I quit. Yeah, but with me, like in my case, when bass was introduced to me by my dad, I still didn't want to play the bass. It was kind of a thing where my father wanted me to do it because there was no girl out there playing the
Right,
bass like that. But
right,
he saw that in me and he wanted me to take it seriously because he saw that inside me, right?
right,
Inside of me.
right.
But I wanted to become a fashion designer. So that's really special that you knew right away, like you wanted to do that, you know?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I think it was drums. I didn't have a game plan or anything. I was really young.
Right.
I
And
just
like you told me earlier, I remember we used to talk about it, and you said if you have an option B or C, you will not give it your all, to the
exactly
one that you actually want to do.
never have a plan B.
Right. Never have a plan B.
Plan B, killer.
Yeah. Okay. My fourth question to you is how would you describe your style sound as? Because you've got such a unique sound, which is very unlike others. So, where did that inspiration come from?
I think it came from a lot of drummers. I mean, I'm influenced by a lot of people. And the thing with me is because I'm self-taught and because I don't really, I don't traditional drum set theory and technique.
Mm.
Yeah, I think there's a great drummer, Chad Wackerman.
Right. Right.
He he said it. He said a nice thing. He says his teacher told him you need to know four things to play drums:
Mm.
singles, doubles, um, a press roll, and I think one more thing, a flam,
Mm.
and you can play drums. Now, I know that we live in an age of great players, young players with great technique and chops and everything. And I'm a big fan. I admire all those players. And I'll be honest with you, I'm ready to be influenced by anybody who has something to say. And
Mhm.
it could be a drummer, it could be a singer, it could be a horn player, a guitar
Yeah.
player. Yeah. So my time with John McLaughlin has led me to develop a very unique style. I had kind of a unique, different way of playing, but it's when is the last time somebody asked you to play a paradiddle on stage? And if they did, then get out of that gig, man.
Yeah. I mean, we evolve as musicians. We all do. And I think with time, it's so important to keep ourselves updated with time, right?
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
I stopped playing drums for 15 years. When I came back to playing drums,
Yeah.
uh, the language had changed so much. So I
Right.
had to kind of go back and reinvent myself and absorb all these young players. I mean, I remember seeing Ronald Bruner, and I was like, what is going on? It's insane. Even
Yeah.
Gergo, I saw Gergo at the Frankfurt Messe. He was playing something for Meinl, and I was so impressed. And I mean, all these guys.
Yeah.
So I took something from everybody.
Right.
I mean, I'm not talking about playing. It's good to take people's spirit,
True.
and not the playing. Playing is got to be your own, it's got to be your own thing.
Yeah. What do you think a musician on a bigger picture or a smaller picture, what does a musician actually want?
Get paid.
Oh my God. Okay,
That's it,
apart
right?
from, of course, that too, yeah, because we work hard, yeah, totally. But
I,
apart from that,
I'm kidding, but
yeah,
I mean, you want to be the best at your craft as you can be, meticulous, pay attention. Because for us, our playing is meditation.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So really, when it becomes a form of introspection and meditation, it's very
I think
important.
we're looking for that core of healing, I guess.
Yeah, it's a when we play, we go to a place that is pure and where we are childlike and we are not
Right.
judged. We are not, I'm not
And that's
Ranjit.
the only thing that's real, yeah.
It's the who you truly are.
True.
You're not Mohini, you're not somebody's daughter, you're not somebody's wife or fiance or
Yeah.
protege. You're just in a state of pure existence. And once you start experiencing that, you want to be in that place all the time because
Yeah.
the world has got so many complications and it's got so many expectations. And the minute you step off stage, everything else kicks in. It's like when you're on stage and you're in this beautiful slow motion kind of thing, and then
Yeah.
the minute you get off stage, everything catches up real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
But the thing is to hold on to that feeling and also have that part of your existence in you, even when you're not on stage. And I
Right.
think the only way to do it is take take comfort from the fact that you've been blessed in this life with what a great escape we have.
Be
You
grateful.
look at this pandemic and you look at nothing is going to really change much if you and me are rich or poor, or we're still going to play,
Yeah.
and we've been given this great gift. And when you acknowledge these things and you stay humble, you're always happy.
Yeah.
We want to be happy. That's really what we want. Happiness is everybody's
Totally.
birthright.
Totally. And I
But
think you're not going to be able to find that if you get carried away by, there are these misconceptions that some of these musicians have when they come from different countries, come from different cities, and they try to survive where they think that, oh, it's a competitive ground and I need to sustain myself. How much longer can I do it? And they get carried away by the fame, and then they just think, oh, this is it, I'm the best, there's nobody out there like me, and then everything, it's like a rubber band, it's just like it just goes like that, down, gone.
uh, life is too short.
Yeah. Like a rubber band.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
true, so true. How do you take criticism? I know this answer, but like for my listeners, like how do you take criticism and what do you think of it? Do you really not care at all, or have you just grown thick skin?
Well, there's criticism, constructive and useless.
Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about the constructive things. Yeah.
Yeah, constructive. Depends who's telling me. If
Mm.
Zakir Bhai is telling me something or John G is telling me something, all friends and musicians I respect,
Mm-hmm.
I will listen and understand what did I do to give them reason to speak like this,
Right.
or to give me that advice, or to say, hey, listen, maybe But if it's just like a musician I don't really know or respect that much, or a journalist, I
Yeah.
don't care.
Right.
What are you gonna do? I mean, listen to everybody that says it's a waste of
True,
time.
true, true, true.
It's
I would do the same. I don't really take it in me. I would just listen and then take it out.
Yeah, if it's somebody I I think knows what they're talking about, I will listen to it.
Totally, totally. Yeah. Say you're auditioning for your band, okay?
Hmm?
and you need a bass player. What do you look for in a bass player and why?
So, bass player and me got to be like locked. I mean, it's this kind of simpatico because the bass player is unique. The bass player is part of the melodic section and the rhythm section,
Right.
and I think the bass is this unique place on stage where they can groove and be with the drummer and yet be complementing what the soloist plays, and so it's like a special sort of.
It has to be the backbone.
Oh yeah, it's got to be the backbone, but it's also got to be this. It's like the sub-melodic section of the band,
Correct, correct.
and it's got to say
Because
little
it's doing two jobs, not only being a part of the melodic section, but the rhythm section as
both.
well.
Both.
No.
It's both.
Yeah,
Bass player is very important. Yeah, for
yeah.
me, as a drummer, and I've played with some wonderful bass players. I mean, when you were young and we played together. We have so much fun.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I love playing with you. One of the greatest bass players I love, Etienne Mbappe, is just
Nathan Mbappe. Yep.
groove, and what a soul, man. And
Yeah,
uh,
totally.
I've been fortunate. Um, yeah, there's another nice player. He's doing a lot in New York now with Zach Danziger and stuff. He's a young. It's not that Kevin Scott. Kevin Scott. Yeah, he can play. He can play.
Yeah, I get a lot of messages from my fans saying that, I would love to play with Ranjit Uncle. What can I do? What can I do to play with him? And I think to myself, maybe I should ask this question to you. So you gave an answer now. So I'm gonna put out a post saying that send videos to you on your Instagram or Facebook.
Sure.
So you can
Sure.
get to see some more amazing musicians
Yeah,
from all over the world.
so much talent. There's so
So
much,
much talent.
and listen, we all have a unique way of working. And Miles used to have a great say. He used to tell musicians who came and played and jammed with him and auditioned for his band, and we know the ones that he kept on. But he refused some musicians. But when they were leaving, he would tell them. He says, "Man, you're great. It's just not for my band. But I'm not sending you away because you can't play.
True, true.
You play great, but it's just not for this band, not for my ideology."
Yeah. There was another question which popped in my mind when you said that you don't need to be versatile or play everything and anything to be successful.
Of course not.
Yeah, because a lot of people have this misconception that no, I need to be good at everything. I need to do this and that and this and that
If
to be
you're
successful.
if you're looking to be like, let's say, an LA sessions musician,
Yeah,
okay, then I guess if you're looking to be
to some
like,
extent, then yeah.
yeah, well, you may get called for a reggae gig. So, you got to know which bass would sound good,
Yeah.
how to play the mute thing, that culture, or a top 40 gig, or an R&B thing, or a
Yeah.
gospel thing, or a
Yeah.
fusion session,
Mm-hmm.
film scoring session.
True, true.
So then you got to know which amp works with, what kind of pickups, what is the sound that, I don't know, this music composer is looking for. Do I play with my fingers?
Right. Like that whole experience, that knowledge and understanding of what each genre
Otherwise,
sounds like. Yeah. Otherwise,
just got
yeah.
to be good at what you do, man. Just
True.
pick a life and live it.
Yeah. Or else, like you said, just get a day job.
I'll get it.
Okay. So now the arrangements that we perform in AR's shows are so different and so funky and way different from the originals. So what's your approach to making those interpretations and versions?
Firstly, I want to have fun.
Yeah.
So I want to bring all my influences to the table. And Air is aware of all this music. It's not like he's not. But because he made these songs and they were commissioned for a particular film, and then it's interesting for him to let me relook at them because I'm not answerable to a director or a producer. I'm just answerable
Yeah.
to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll do things that I think I would like to do with that piece of music, but I have to be respectful of the fact that the fans are invested in his personal life and music, man. They
True.
know everything.
Yeah.
So um, I try and push the boundary as much as I can, and
Yeah.
mostly he's cool, man. He's
Yeah.
he loves it, man.
Totally. Yeah.
We
And I
chill.
think your and his minds are so alike.
Yeah, we have the same vision and we have the same pretty much likes.
Yeah.
And I also understand him at a very deep level, and
Yeah.
I'm able to make certain decisions based on my knowledge of his personality. And we've been friends for 30 years, man, now.
Yeah. It's a
So,
long time.
yeah. And there's a lot of trust and love and friendship. So it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
That's awesome. So that was my last question, and now we're going to play a quick rapid fire. So it has to be like that,
Uh,
okay? Really quick, quick. Okay, here we go. If you had to choose one to survive on, what would it be? Live shows, studio, or whiskey?
Live shows.
What would you be if you were not a musician?
Well, it turns out that I'd be a cook.
Chef. Yeah.
Chef
I was just gonna say, describe yourself in 4 words.
in 4 words.
Yeah.
Oh, um, I'm easy to please.
Easy to please.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not difficult.
Okay, cool. That's good. Now, this is taken from the comment section on YouTube channel. These are the last 2 questions from the rapid fire round. And a lot of people have a misconception that I'm either your or AR's daughter. So, am I your daughter?
Well, I mean, musically,
Yeah.
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 I met you when you were 12, so
Yeah.
I've seen
And
you.
yeah, and you're a figure like me. I mean, you're a figure to me who has been like my father all my life since the
Yeah,
time I met you till now. You can scold me, you can beat me, you can do anything, and I will still be like, yes,
no,
I'm
with
sure.
you, with
Okay.
you, I always. For me, I want you to be the best version of you. I see
Yeah.
you, I hear you playing, and I know how hard you've worked. And if you want to really know, at the risk of upsetting you, I will talk to you like my own daughter. And I will make sure, because I'm not loving, you got to have good love and tough love. You got to have both.
I
And tough,
think
tough love is harder.
it is hard.
God, I'm not good. I'm not good at it. So you must know that
Oh
if
my
I'm
God.
giving you tough love, it's because I love you. And if
Right.
I didn't, I'd just let it go. I wouldn't say anything.
True. I
Or
respect that. And I love that about you. Okay, this is the last question. What annoys you the most?
just stupidity.
Oh
Just people
God.
who are uninformed and too much talk and not enough action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true, true.
I'm a doer. I like to, we'll sit and we'll have a couple of drinks and we'll talk about life and beauty and love and magic and music. But when you wake up in the morning, you got to go do something.
Yeah,
Song, make something new. Um,
totally agree.
Come on, too much talk and not enough. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. Talk, but talk for your music.
yeah,
Or
it's
talk to whatever you're good at.
that's the only thing I think that annoys me. Rest, I don't care.
So, lovely answer. Thank you very much for coming on my show, and it was an absolute pleasure talking to you. It's always lovely talking to you, and I love talking to you. Thank you so much.
Cooking? Are you cooking there? You're making some.
I am. I am making some
Again,
delicious
you got
food.
some stuff from your mother. You got some of those recipes.
I did actually. What I do is I video call her and she tells me what to do. And that's how I make. But I've gotten better. Now I'm getting up to a point where I've started improvising.
Good,
So
good,
I'm
very
evolving now as a chef, I think.
good. Very good.